Hey, happy Sunday everyone. This is called an EcoNest. This is a house that we started in a workshop at our eco village a few years ago. And we did the first hit where we did the foundations, and then we had Robert Laporte come in from EcoNest and we did a 3-week intensive workshop. The first week being to build our Larsen truss walls and then tamp the light earth into it, which is clay and straw. The next week we built, the first week we built the timber frame, the Japanese timber frame, which I'm going to show you. It's beautiful. Next week we did the walls, and then the third week we framed up the roof. And then Robert Laporte went off to do his other work, mostly down in the States, and then we were finishing it. That was the one season. Once all of the walls were tamped and a couple of weeks went by, they started growing green grass out of them, which is exactly what you want to see. It means your home's alive. And then once that grass is dead, we weed whacked it off, and then it was ready for a render. We didn't get there in the first season. We came back another season to do some more finishing, and now this season's starting up again. And there's a guy who's living here at the village, Peter, and he's doing some really nice finishing for the doors and windows. So I was just coming to check it out because I feel really attached to this building. So I'll show you inside. We've got this passive solar entry, similar to, well, any natural building. You're trying to have some solar gain. So as you can see, the sun's coming right in here into the front windows, which is pretty great. And here's the Japanese timber frame that we were talking about. Japanese timber frame being different to a Western timber frame because there's no knee brace. Ooh, other way. That would be a knee brace, a Western timber frame. The idea is that with this timber framing style, it's able to move a little bit. The Japanese had it figured out because of their earthquake zone. We're in an earthquake zone here too on Vancouver Island for sure. So I really took this on board. I love it. I love how it looks. I love the structure. It feels really strong, and it is really strong. And it's going to probably survive better in an earthquake than a Western timber frame. So, this is some of the work that Peter's been doing. The kitchen here looks great. I love this sort of tealy green colour. It just needing a countertop. Then over this way here is where the mat is. There is sort of the small dining room area. Cool arbor over the top, and again, Peter's been taking care of this window. The way that we place the house is that in the morning, when you're making a coffee, the sun will rise right over the top of this hill here, which is the first place on this land that gets the sun, the top of that hill. So the sun will sort of come straight over the top of there, and then into our living room, into our kitchen and our dining room. I'm swinging back around this way. Our walls have been plastered, and then what they've done around the kitchen counter there, instead of a splashback, they've put some lime plaster over this and used a technique called Tattalact, which is a Moroccan technique that they used to make their baths out of to keep them waterproof. So even though it's a natural wall, this finish here is still waterproof, but also still breathable. So you're getting that hygroscopic movement of moisture through the wall, so the house is breathing with us. Super healthy home, this one, and I really like the design. You know, the bathroom in here isn't too much to see. There's some finishing to happen there. Then we're into this area here, and I think it will depend on whoever ends up living here. But the idea here was that it would be kind of like a day bed, and then the beginning of a living room area, or even possibly it could be a curtain across here, or a set of maybe those nice sort of bifold doors or something, and it could be a small bedroom, and it wouldn't ruin the space to have that as a bedroom. This round window was super fun to do and detail and push the plaster in hard and try and get it to stick all up here, around here. It's a nice big round window. That's yet to be detailed on the outside, which will be tricky. Really small bedroom here. This is sort of designed for kids. Maybe the light will work. Yeah. It's a small bedroom, but it's definitely made to feel bigger because of the two windows and the nice view. You won't see too much of that, but a nice sort of quiet view to some woods at the back. And here's the back door here. It's just covered at the moment for some work area, but there's also back stairs. Now there's a second bedroom, which is pretty great. Also really small. It's just designed for a single size bed here, or maybe probably fit a queen. The queen might come out to here, which is fine. And then we used this post here and made some closet space. So it's so close to being done, this house. It's awesome to see. And then we've got some skylights up here. And then just regular old batten fittings here for the lights. And you see the roof isn't totally finished, because I think the idea is to have a ceiling in here, which you could go and have a look at EcoNest.com, I think, to have a look at what their ceilings look like. But essentially we'd just follow some lines up from here and across, however that works with my hand. And we'd have this rice paper ceiling, which we flat, so the skylights, or the sunlight would come through that rice paper ceiling and illuminate the whole thing. And then at night time we'd just have these lights illuminating the whole thing. So you have this real, like, this big area above your head which is all illuminated really nicely. I've seen how they look, and they look amazing. So that's the EcoNest. I really like what they've done with this entrance here too. Seat either side. Even though it's got a back door, I'm sure this would be the door that gets used the most, maybe. Or maybe it becomes an office or something like this. So you've got this really nice area. That's the EcoNest. And it looks so close. I might be back later in the year to see how it's coming along. Happy Sunday, everyone.